Good morning, everybody. Getting ready to fire up the show. Share it out. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed already, hey, look at the little red button down there that says subscribe and turn it gray. That's right. Got your coffee? We're going to be here for a little bit. Probably going to need it. All right. Is the audio better? I hope it's better. Is it better? Hello. Hope so. Greetings, fellow beings. Ho ho! Welcome to an amazing, substantially super Saturday with the Saturday news break. That's right, went live a few seconds early. Not a big deal. Let me tell you, there's a ton of news out there. Most of it not fantastic. Yeah. How's the audio now? Do I have a delay? No, I don't understand what's going on. Should be nothing different in today's audio. Let's see. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. Is it better? Is it better now? Hello. Can you hear me? What's a bummer is I can't hear me now. Are we better now? I shouldn't have any echo. Audio's great. Sounds good. All right. So I'm going to take most of you. All right. You guys are all teasing me. But you know who's not teasing me and has decided to become a high roller? Do you know who's decided to become a high roller? Chipmunk of Vengeance has decided to become a high roller. Welcome to the High Rollers, my friend. We'll be having a high roller stream coming up soon. Very, very soon. Very, very soon. Sync is slightly out. Okay, fair enough. That is okay. Sync is odd. It's one of those weird things that happen. I don't know why, but it does, so I'm glad you're here. All right, let's get to it. We got so much stuff to do. It's like 0.5 seconds off. All right. Hang on a second. Bear with me. Back to the thumbnail for a second. Just a second. Better. All right. There we are. Hello. Okay. Let's get to it. We got so much stuff going on, ladies and gentlemen. We got great people in the chat like Judicon and Tim Stock and Channel Surf and so many others. Voice of God echoes. Do you have the stream open more than once? He asks. So strange. Imagination and Jambone over on the Big Green Machine, which we're not really supposed to say on the tube because they get mad. Tastier. Back in the 80s is here. Cynthia Carter is here. Ruby Hoove. I don't have two audio sources selected. I don't. I do not. I don't. I don't know what's going on. You shouldn't be able to hear me more than once. Once, twice. All right, Pete and repeat. All right, I'm done with that. So I shouldn't be repeating anymore. There shouldn't be any echo, any signs of it. You should just be hearing me. Are you just hearing me? Perfect now. All right, we're off and running. Thank you for that, Sir Dirty Dog. Okay, let's get to the news because we've wasted a bunch of time on my terrible audio, apparently. 7 minutes into the stream, and I haven't talked about anything yet. We've got our buddy Low Spec Linux Gaming over there on the Big Green Machine and so many others. We got once, twice, 3 times a culture. Yeah, a lot of people are not getting any issues, so I don't know what's going on, like Jay. So, all right, let's get to it. Oh, so many different stories to cover today. I feel bad for the people involved in the mess that is P. Diddy. We also are going to talk a little bit about the IF box office. We've got Take-Two Interactive Gaming that we're going to talk about, and their terrible earnings. We got CD Projekt Red coming to the forefront for not a good reason. Bill Maher doesn't seem to be super thrilled about the backlash, or he completely misunderstands what's happening with Harrison Butker's graduation speech criticism. And we can talk a little bit about Marvel's Rivals if you want to, but that's kind of a throwaway story. So, yeah, so there's that. All right, so we're up and running. I don't have Dice Media Group. I don't have anything running, and now you're just messing with me. All right, let's get to it. Let's start first with the P. Diddy story, which is kind of atrocious, to be fair. Not so great, not so fabulous, and very, very concerning. The video that we're not going to watch came out in 2016, and it was in a hotel, and it literally shows P. Diddy just beating the heck out of, and other things out of, at the time, Cassandra Ventura, or Cassie Ventura. Let's take a look at the story. We're going to pull this up from Deadline, and we are going to be not surprised with the bad behavior of Sean P. Diddy Combs. Sean P. Diddy Combs, everybody knows him as P. Diddy, definitely was not doing nice things to his, at the time then, partner, Cassie Ventura. So, scrolling into the story, Cassandra Ventura's short-lived lawsuit about her abuse and inappropriate adult activity against the long-term boyfriend, P. Diddy Combs, was settled in November. But a 2016 surveillance video reveals just how horrific the rap mogul could be to the singer. In fact, despite constant denials of various accusations, Combs himself must know how bad the footage is, because he allegedly bought it for $50K the day after the incident in Los Angeles. In the graphic clip obtained exclusively by CNN, Combs is seen with a towel around his waist in a corridor of a Century City hotel. He grabs the back of Ventura's hoodie and hurls her to the floor, then kicks and appears to drag her back toward their room. Later, she picks up a hotel phone, and Combs returns and appears to shove her. The clip also appears to show a then-seated Combs throwing an object in Ventura's direction. Kind of seems like Johnny and Amber all over again. Yeah. And according to Eric Kay, The video of him beating the heck out of her was after he already beat the heck out of her. He fell asleep. She was trying to escape. Good gravy. That is terrible, terrible news. In fact, I think that's quoted here. So, yeah, it says in and around March 6, 2016, during an FO at the Intercontinental Hotel in Century City, he became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye. After he fell asleep, Miss Ventura tried to leave the hotel room, but as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming. He followed her into the hallway, yelling at her, grabbed her, then took the glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her. And she ran to the elevator to escape. Good gravy. I'm glad we're not watching the video, folks, because that's no bueno. But you can find this. It's on Twitter. CNN dropped the tweet about it. It's also all over the internet now. So Ventura sued Combs, his Bad Boy Entertainment, and other entities last year, claiming she endured over a decade of violent behavior. And again, this is on top of all the other stuff that was happening within his mansion. You had the federal Homeland Security agents raiding his Los Angeles and Miami homes just a few months ago as part of an ongoing investigation into some very bad things. Of course, P. Diddy called those raids an ambush and was denied all the allegations against him, calling them meritless and a witch hunt. So, yeah, let's read some comments in the Deadline article just for fun. Anonymous says this is proof she wasn't lying about him. Too bad we're past the statute of limitations on this, because Puff should be in the joint for doing what he did. Beating a woman makes Combs scum-sunking lowlife in the first degree. Yeah, a lot of people just really didn't like any of that. My goodness. 33 comments and all if you want to check them out. They're going to be on Deadline. Let's see what you guys have to say about this, terrible incident. Penny says, Culture, ABC showed the Diddy film in detail several times. My goodness. My goodness. Who released it to CNN? The FBI? I don't know. Somebody. Could have been the same person that he sold that sold it to him. Back when he bought it for $50K or whatever it was. Yeah. Yeah. Watch the P. Diddy video. Drunk bullies are dangerous, indeed. Indeed. And that kind of thing scares the heck out of me. Because think about how many people have experienced this. Quite a bit. A lot. Not good. Not good at all. Hey, Elizabeth Young, how you doing this morning? This is why women need a wedding ring. I don't know that being married to a person is necessarily going to help you. But, yeah, it's wild. Puff Daddy is quite a nasty man. Well, I tell you what, there have been a lot of allegations made against him over the years. The problem is now that there's video on it, it's a real problem. I mean, this is the worst thing that could have happened to Diddy. It's the best thing that could have happened for us to actually realize what's going on here. Because there's a lot going on in the background here. There's a lot of, sorry, I'm going to make your comments bigger so y'all can read them here on the screen. But it's, what type of person does this? I mean, seriously, it's terrible. Yeah. And Ruby Hoove is correct. Bullies are dangerous. Once again, I want to say thanks to Chipmunk of Vengeance. What's up? For becoming a high roller. Highest level of support for the channel until I roll out my website, and then, well, all bets are off, folks. We're going to try to get outside of the umbrella of the folks that run the Big Red machine and try to bring more info to you without a whole lot of filters, let's say. Tom H. says, I hope his fans don't come to his defense in some warped way. Me too. Me too. Al Bats is out there. What's up? Nothing worse than a sadistic playboy. Well, that's the other problem, right? You know, if you're able to like squash a bunch of this, you know, over the years by buying people off, then you feel like you're untouchable. And that's a huge, real problem. Jim Bone says they've had this video for years and are only just bringing it out against him now. He must have outlived his usefulness. Yeah, well, you have to remember, this echoes with something that happened not that many years ago that got a guy and a gal in big trouble. The guy ended up in jail for a brief period of time before suspicious things happened. And, and the gal recently got put into jail. So it's very strange. We got Bone in the house. What's up, Bone? Good to see you. Q2Cast TV morning. Breaking. Cartoon Network is bringing back the classic afternoon Toonami anime every Friday. Awesome. That's fantastic. Starting on May 31st, so the very end of the month. Cool. Is this live? Says he certainly is brave when no alpha males are around to tell him, no, sir, you won't do that. Yeah. Diddy wanted to take 50 Cent shopping. Wow. There you go. What's up, Rooftop? Rooftop says Diddy and Cheek Mills. Really? Meek Mills? Is this live? Gifted 5 CultureCasino memberships. Thank you for that generosity, my friend. You've got Bone, Joe Dog, Your Average Patriot Nerd, LQ3, and Tobias Chapman getting the 5 memberships. Thank you for those. What happened, Penny? I can attest that being married won't save you from abuse. Yep. Yeah. Eric K says Puffy's always been a POS. Remember when he and Jennifer Lopez shot up a club and even shot a girl in the face? They ran away. Somehow got away with zero consequences. I remember stuff going on. That was no bueno. Jason Dugdale says, was this a private floor in a hotel? If not, why did no one come out and complain or ring the front desk? I would imagine that it was P. Diddy and his crew. Although, again, I mean, most of those people don't want to be bothered in those hotel situations. So there you go. Slender, what's up? His fans will definitely come to his defense in some warped way. I really hope not. What's up, Rob? Good to see Rob over on the Big Green Machine along with Red Spitfire. Jambone is commenting like crazy over there. Hey, Dennis Williamson says, hey, mate, love the channel. Well, I love that you're here. Thanks for being here, my friend. The thing is that you are afraid of poverty. Do you invest in self-worth, in what your partner does? This happens. It does. Very much so. Bringing back the old school. That's right. Holy cow, another wonderful gift of generosity. 5 CultureCasino memberships from the birthday party, which is actually linked up at the top. It is a happy birthday for Stitch, which means one thing, I sing. So, feel free to critique if you choose. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Stitch. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my friend. Thanks for being here, and thank you for gifting us. You should be receiving the gifts, Stitch. My goodness. 5 amazing people got memberships, which is incredible. Stitch has more green here. That's right. Cynthia Carter says, it's good to be rich. It must be. It must be. Carlos Alfredo Lopez, hello. And the amazing Apollomes Minion, greetings, dear. Thank you for being here and for taking care of us with your long-haul journeys. We appreciate you. Al Bats for $9.99. $9.99. $10 super chat from Al. That's right. He says, P. Diddy roams free, while Squatty Schwabsfler gets thrown in Alinar for making the wrong U-turn, G-turn. Don't know what this refers to, but I'll take away the fact that somebody else got busted for building their own firearm in New York. Some crazy stuff going on. Elizabeth Young says he thinks that just because he has money, more money than the Lord above, he can do whatever the F he wants with no consequences. The chickens have come home to roost. Yes, they have. Hey, Frank's here. When you're retired, every day is a Saturday. That's right, Frank. Look at the mutton chops on Frank. Happy birthday, Stitch. I hope you have an incredible day. Thanks for being here this morning and sharing it with us. You guys are great. Oh, Scotty Scheffler. Well, you couldn't type that out? Would let you do that? That's very strange. I'm crazy. All right. We're going to move on from the P. Diddy to, the box office, because I saw this movie. You guys are going to get to see a review a little later today. And I'm also finally dropping the 20-some minute long video game, Ubisoft-specific video that I've got, because we're going to talk more gaming and the fact that gaming is in big trouble. Big. Huge. Yeah. The golfer got arrested for getting confused by multiple cops giving him instructions at an accident, and they arrested him. Yeah. Thank you for that. From Is This Live? That's right. All right, let's get to the If box office, shall we? Yes. Here it is. So I saw this film, right? And they were projecting a $40 million plus opening. They revised it by $10 million. That's right. If is lighter at $30 million plus. Yes. There's a reason. We'll talk about it in a minute. Strangers Chapter 1 is stronger at $12 million, and Back to Black goes belly up at $3 million. Well, I'm going to be one of those $3 million, or a few of them anyway, because I'm going to go see this film later today. Because, hey, I got to review films. So, yeah, the Saturday box office update for If. We'll get to it. If is looking at $30.5 million. I think it'll be even less than that. It had a very soft Thursday. Friday gave it a $10 million Friday in total, the addition of Friday and Thursday, in 4,041 theaters. So it's going to be a lot lower than expected because they were thinking $40 million. It's a PG rated live action film. I'm not sure how that's how I would describe it. Although, again, you have live action animation and really decent voice acting, despite the fact that, believe it or not, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, PWB, is in this. And mind you, if she's not physically there or allowed to write anything, you end up with better things. In fact, you probably won't even guess it's her unless you look at the titles. So, yeah, it is what it is. But John Krasinski was swinging for the fences on this original content. It's got an A Cinema score because it is definitely a family movie. I wouldn't take any child under the age of like 9 or 10 to this movie because it does deal with some pretty harsh stuff. But I will tell you from experience of being in a theater with a lot of youngins, didn't seem to bother them that there was some insinuation of some tragedy, there's the word, around. So there's a lot of lessons to learn here in this film, and Krasinski really did aim for it. But watch the review. I've got the review coming out in just a little bit. So it's got an 85% fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes, like that means anything. And it's starting just north of Free Guy, which was during an issue in this country where theaters were just starting to bounce back. That PG-13 movie, Free Guy, made $121.6 million. Yep, it did. That went very quickly to streaming, if you remember. So you got a lot of other things coming out. The Strangers Chapter 1 I'm going to check out at some point, but I'm not in a real big rush. 20th Century Studios' Disney's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is seeing a second weekend between 23.5 and 25 million. That's a 60 to 57% decline. Could be more. Yeah, it's not going to do all that well, but if it makes it to 100 million domestic, that's fine. It's not doing as well internationally as I would expect. So, and IMAX got IF on a lot of PLFs. So, yeah, crazy. All right, let's get to what you guys have to say on the subject. It's very interesting. I'll give you some insight into if you'd like, but there's that. And the box office is going to be hurt right now, indeed. But again, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool in a family film. He played a little bit different character, although he has struggles to play anything other than himself. I mean, let's just be honest about that. Marlene Henning says, happy birthday. That's right, happy birthday to Stitch. And Slender Dad says, gaming's not in big trouble. We're doing just fine. Well, that's a little bit different. You have plenty of games to play. Yep, let's go to it. Let's see. Tom H says, I like Amy Winehouse, but I'm not interested in watching it. Apparently, they play all the hits. So, and believe it or not, the film supposedly plays it real rough on Amy herself. So there's that. And this is the truth. Tasty, you're back in the 80s. Says, culture goes to the cinema, so you don't have to. I do. True story. And thank you, Mod Eric, for being over there, my friend. I will have to figure out how to make you a mod. El Permanente. Like Kaiser Permanente. So, yeah. I also have somebody that will be walking me through the process of creating mods, because I do have somebody who used to mod for Film Threat that will be available to help out. So I'm thrilled about that. Keith Howard, what's up, my friend? It's so great to see you. I'm glad you're here. It's always a pleasure to see you. Is this live gifts? A Canadian $20. Thank you for that. I appreciate the super chat. It says, I'm starting to think Hollywood doesn't understand how to run a publicity campaign anymore. Well, yeah. Knowing a few people who do publicity and sell commercial advertising and things like that, I would say you are correct. The IF campaign was confusing at best. The Kung Fu Panda campaign knocked it out of the park in Asia and barely caused a blip here. And I think some of that, to be fair, is the fact that they just don't know. They just don't understand that by choosing to market the way that they do and not understanding that it's okay to deal in stereotypes, that they're really limiting themselves. Consider this. When you turn on a television advertisement, or if you're presented with something on one of the streaming platforms, look at what the demographic breakdown is. Look at what the, projected identitarianism is in all of those things. And you immediately drop wide, broad appeal because you're leaning into something that is artificial and certainly something that people are, striking out again. So there's that. Yeah, no bueno. But because they lean so heavily into the messaging, they alienate a giant portion of people, even in the advertising. But Kung Fu Panda did just fine. I mean, as a film, I would say that it's probably going to be one of the more successful, if not the third most successful animated film of the year. Um, what's really sad is the Fall Guy really didn't get the kind of love that it absolutely deserved, um, and that's such a big bummer. Interestingly enough, Back to Black is in fourth place currently, uh, as far as the box office goes, behind the Fall Guy, which I thought was really not treated well. Kung Fu Panda is still in theaters, though. And you know what? Let's pop back over. We'll take a look at it. Whoop-ba-da-da. Kung Fu Panda is in theaters. It did almost $200 million, probably will after its theatrical run. Internationally, it did really well. And it's at $534 million worldwide box office to date. It fell well within the cone of happiness here on the numbers. And it performed in a way that, well, everybody else would like to perform. I mean, honestly, let's see, how many days are we in? We're in a few days. It's not the all-time domestic animated box office record holder with just under $200 million. Ranks 52. Does fall in with the other films. And as you can see, didn't have as big a fall-off as, well, obviously, last weekend's film did. 57 million to 30 million is a 48% fall off. And as you go through to week 10, which is where we're at, it's got a weekend performance on May 10th of about $1.8 million. There's just not a lot of family entertainment out there as you go through each of the individual days. The weekends are obviously highlighted in purple. It really didn't fall off until what, the 10th day? No, not even then. The 10th day. The 10th day it really fell off on a weekend performance. So that was, 2 weekends in. And then it started to really collapse. But, it did pretty well. I'm not going to attack it. Curiously, the film itself, cost $85 million to make. So this film's going to be profitable. There's that. Oops. Back to that story. Sorry about that. Yeah, we got a lot going on there. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I have not watched the Free Guy. Not interested. It's an interesting film. The Fall Guy is a good one. I enjoyed it. Waller Bridge's writing on the new Tomb Raider will make Rihanna Pratchett's writing on whiny Laura trilogy look bad, but in comparison, yeah, perhaps. 60% drop off is normal. It didn't used to be, and I just showed you an example of where the Kung Fu Panda not having that kind of collapse. The old man comment says, I don't like the new Ape movies. A lot of people have actually come out with that take. I'm not necessarily in line with it. I just think that towards the end, you could see a lot of the stuff there. And I'm very tired of the forced female protagonist. So it is what it is. Kaiser Sose. This is a movie show. That's right. Yeah. Usual Suspects is great. I'm going to go see the new Garfield movie. A lot of people are. Memorial Day weekend opening is going to help this film. Family entertainment, animated. I think it'll do rather well. Culture wears pigtails and tap dances so you don't have to. I tell you what, Hobo Gandalf could be coming to the channel if we get to that threshold, 25K by the end of the month. So there's that. It'll be a lot of fun. Saltzilla is here. Good to see you. Man of War 665, the neighbor of the beast. One of my buddies, my pals, one of my longest lasting folks out there for support. A member forever. Good to see you. Says, That would be a problem for future them culture. The lure of quick, lazy, false valuation is much too strong to pass up. Well, yeah. These gaming companies are learning a lesson about that rapidly. Gamers obviously are showing they have little tolerance for this message for very long. So, yeah. I still want to see The Fall Guy. It was a lot of fun, Keith. Most people seem to think it was anyway. Yeah. And Ruby Hoove says, I thought it was a good movie. That's right. Donut Lord says, Fall Guy seemed fun. YouTubers going to YouTube. I'm still watching it. No offense, culture. Hey, I gave it pretty good marks. YouTubers are going to YouTube. You're going to get people that don't like things. I honestly want to tell you how it is so that people feel like it's, something they want to see if it's a good movie, in my opinion. I don't try to force an agenda. I know some people are accused of that. But it is what it is. And Shoemake, good to see you, says, my theater is showing some Studio Ghibli, however you want to say it, movies. I'm taking the grandchildren to see my favorite when they show. That's right. That's a good choice. They make amazing stuff. True story. And Jack Black really did a good job promo the film with the Britney promo thing. Still believe. That's right. And that's it. Look, that's taking a page out of Ryan Reynolds' playbook. Ryan Reynolds can promote anything he's in. So he's good at it. Is this live? Says, my point is that they had Jack Black do Jack Black things in Asia only. His fan base adores him. Doing the same promo in North America would have boosted it a fair bit. I agree with you 1,000%. But they, that the Britney thing that was referred to by Dice is what really did kind of, boost some things. He does a good job with that. Cynthia Carter says, I held off on Kung Fu Panda 4 because I kept seeing really bratty protagonists. Yeah, I can get that. Weatherman, what's up? And Views with Hughes says, last night was embarrassing. You can't help what happened there. And you did a great interview on my channel. Nothing was embarrassing, my friend. In fact, I'll promote you again. Views with Hughes, agenda-free news, was amazing to hang out with. If you haven't seen last night's show, the Friday post-flight, you can watch it on the replay. And then go check out his stream. And let me tell you, technical issues happen to everybody, including me, obviously, beginning of this stream. Janet Z says, saw The Fall Guy on Mother's Day. We really enjoyed it. Your positive review made me pick it. Well, thank you. Thank you. I thought it was a lot of fun. Yep. Good stuff. You're right, Tom H. They really didn't play up the stunt thing until you were in the theater, and they really should have. Kind of like in their advertising. It's like, look at some of these cool stunts, right? It is what it is. Dice says, irony, CBS is releasing series Evil on Amazon and Netflix. Like they want to make money with it. Push them in the corner enough and they go back to making money. That's right. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're seeing that be done. Yeah. I hate Mondays. Yeah, a lot of people are not fans. And Red Spitfire from the Big Green Machine says, Deadpool is the only big thing I'm waiting for next. That's right. Hey, folks, if you are not subscribed to me on the Big Green Machine, it starts with an R, check me out over there because I'm getting crushed over here on the tube thing. They're holding me down. They're suppressing me. They're taking away my subscribers. There is no love. But how do we tell the difference between Culture Casino and Hobo Casino? Well, I'll be wearing a wizard's hat. And I'll be wearing a wizard's robe, and I'll probably have my staff. And if everything works out, I'll have the one of the hobbits show up, mainly comics division. So yeah. Slender Dad says the industry is burning, and we're happy about it because it clears space for fresh growth. That's so true, Slender. That's so true. Oh, I'm not putting myself in Rings of Power. No. I'm putting myself in the original Lord of the Rings. So there's that. Pilgrim Media. Thank you, my friend. Oh, by the way, everybody, don't forget, you can actually click the thumbs up button on the Super Chats in the chat window on the tube. It also helps with interaction, and it lets the people know that the people super chatting know that you appreciate their thoughts. Pilgrim Media for $2 says she's wearing a sports bra in a monkey movie. WTF. Yeah, well, apparently they have great seamstresses in a dystopian future where apes rule the planet. So yeah, I don't know. I can't say anything with that. Neon Lux, what's up, my friend? Yeah. Yeah. Donut Lord goes, erotic? I don't know what you're talking about there. I mean, was that a reference to the monkey movie, the Fall Guy? What? I don't know. Walter Tomaszewski says, CC, you still think what's going on at AMC Cinemas is controlled demolition? They seem to be getting a bit stronger. Yeah, because they got more meme stock support from Roaring Kitty. That helped. Although there was a bunch of profit taking by those folks. I don't know. Have to see. Says, if you were a studio, would you consider the star power and promo ability of your lead to be part of the green light equation? Back in the day, I would. Now, not so much. I don't know necessarily. If you make a great film, you made a great film. If you do have 1 or 2 stars, that's a bonus. And you could definitely lean into what they can and can't do. But I don't know necessarily, based on recent performance, that stars necessarily make things successful. We saw not that long ago the Jim Caviezel film Sound of Freedom, and that thing did remarkably well. Wonderful viral campaign, the appeal to broad audiences, including myself. So yeah. Izaj Melody says, Culture, you'd look like an NBA superstar next to Jack Black. Really? Cool. Views with Hughes says, I was talking about my stream. Had to reschedule it to next Friday. Well, no problem. I'll promote it then, too, Hughes. Don't sweat it, brother. Really. Oyos, all my boyos. Indeed. Thank you, Eric K., for the promotion. This is where you can find me on the green machine. That's so true. Sir Dirty Dog says, I'd bet If never crosses 400 million. It's a crap movie from what I've heard, and many families will skip it and buy groceries instead. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. Whether or not it's a good or bad film, and again, my review comes out in a little bit, and it's not quite this bleak. I had a little bit more positive to say about this than crap. So it's a little more positive. But I would say this. I think most families are choosing groceries over entertainment now because of how expensive everything is, and under the boot heel of, the situation we're all suffering under. We actually need to realize that we have to disassemble the machine ourselves. There's no Messiah coming to solve that problem. So, yeah, there you are. The suppression thing happened during the last opportunity to pick your leaders as well. Not surprised. It's true. It's very, very true. And this is very true. Thank you, Dice Media Group. It's very important to like and comment. Yep. Yeah. You're the only one that liked this. I hope that's not true. It probably needs a little bit more support, I would say. I've got just a handful of thumbs up down there, 81. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, do so. Oh, and make comments like crazy. The stream, having comments fill up the thing is fantastic. Comments per minute also increases engagement. That's why a lot of streams, that have a lot of comments end up being big streams. Pilgrim Media. Yeah, remember when AMC was being shorted going out? Yes, I do, and that's what, Roaring Kitty was trying to prevent this time around. Weirin of Bly. I hope I said that correctly. Nice to see you. Hey, all. Hey. By the way, just a reminder, if you haven't wished Stitch happy birthday yet, go ahead and do so. It's Stitch's birthday. I want to say thanks to Pilgrim Media for that additional $2 super chat. And thank you for clicking the thumbs up on everybody else's. It's awesome. You are the best around. That's right. comments per minute. Yep. Help. You guys are amazing. Is this live? It really does help. It really does help. You are incredible. Let's get to the next story and not my DMs and Twitter. How about that? Let's talk gaming because Slender Dad's here and some other people that appreciate that. I've got 1, 2, 3 potential gaming stories. We'll break it up with a little Bill Maher conversation, but you guys are okay. You don't have to break it up that much, guys. I love you all. I love you. Let's take a look at this. We've got hello, Take-Two. That's right. Take-Two caps gaming earnings season with a huge loss as publishers cement new strategies. Yes, they did. Let me tell you right now, gaming companies are suffering under the weight of the cost of the entertainment. And they're suffering because they lean so heavily into microtransactions, and everybody has, micro wallets now. So they're not going to put it into games. They're certainly not going to put it into mobile games. Those are starting to see real problems. And this VIP article is actually available in public space, so I'm going to show you it. This is from Variety's VIP and says, why impending GTA 6 matters to Take-Two's bottom line. This is the summary. How close gaming layoffs in 2024 are exceeding last year's total. Well, let me tell you. And the fallout of big M&A deals at Microsoft and Take-Two. Yeah, the fallout is killing these companies. All kinds of charges, late charges. Disney took a $2 billion late charge. But we're going to take a look at this one. This is painful. So GTA, parent company Take-Two, which it's not really GTA parent. It's Rockstar's parent company, Take-Two. If I was Rockstar, I'd have said pound sand. But anyway. So they're anticipating a fall 2025 release window for the game, the 6th installment in the franchise. But its disclosure of a $2.9 billion loss for the first quarter of 2024, and recent guidance of just $170 million in losses at the high end, underscores how messy the path to get to a new period of GTA prosperity has been for the publishing group. So the scale of Grand Theft Auto success, GTA 4, which was awesome, loved playing that, was released in 2008. Had a $100 million budget, which is astounding. Sold 25 million copies and had $2 billion with a B in revenue. And then here's the monster, GTA 5. Released in 2013, over a decade ago now. Had a $265 million budget, and they put every dollar of that into what the game was. They sold 190 million copies of the game, largely because it spanned 3 console generations, amongst other things. But the revenue was $8.5 billion with a B dollars. Wow. Big money. So GTA 6, which is coming out in a non-specified fall date in 2025, spent $2 billion. $2 billion for a budget. $2 billion. I don't even know what to say to that. They're not going to sell the same number of copies. This game is going to struggle out the gate because it's got all the, woke politic crap in it. All of the ESG, DEI, LMNOP, the bridge, whatever you want to call it. This game is doomed. The game's been in development for a decade. It's the most expensive game in history. Per Take-Two, most of the $2.9 billion loss incurred in their most recent reporting is that in just the quarter was due to goodwill, which could refer to the ongoing expenses occurred from the $12.7 billion acquisition of Zynga. in 2022. 2.9 billions. Unbelievable. By the way, they shut down a few of those studios that they acquired when they got Zynga. They think they're going to get a robust bed of recurrent consumer spending across the free-to-play mobile titles, which are diminishing in earnings, by the way, because we're in a financial crisis, the likes of which I haven't seen since I was a kid in the Carter administration. So Take-Two's Rockstar, 2K, and Private Division labels, the company has gone from 3 rounds of layoffs. Wow. In the span of 14 months. The latest of which cut about 5% of staff in April. This is the headcount issue, right? 8,500. 2023, they had 10.5 thousand people working in gaming, and now you're down to 9,700. And that's with Ubisoft cutting over the course of 2 years, 1,700 employees, which, again, that's another number you'll find in later today's video about Ubisoft? Yeah, that might as well be. Ubisoft's collapse. Which is important because, look, all of these things, I know it's crazy if you're not into video games. These are entertainment companies first and foremost. You get shows like Fallout because of the video game. And that's where they're going to pull from going forward. Ask anybody in gaming that they're going to go with gaming adaptations going forward, especially where there's female protagonist, which is why Amazon is about to destroy Lara Croft in their version of Tomb Raider that's being helmed by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who, really shouldn't be allowed to touch things. So, anyway, we're starting to see this collapse, and you have these amazing next-gen consoles like the PS5 and the Xbox Series X or S, and, there's nothing to play on them. And the stuff that you can play on them, if you go back in time, if you're playing an old library, that's good. The old games are great as long as they haven't touched them with modern garbage. But the gaps between AAA releases have widened amid constant delays, and that's true. Now, not only that, think about this. Take-Two's cost-cutting is because they are buying Gearbox for $460 million. That's insane. So here's notable gaming acquisitions. Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, the worst thing that was ever allowed to happen, $68.7 billion. Take-Two bought Zynga for $2.7 billion, and they bought into a market that in a bad economy is going to diminish almost to zero. Tencent went out and got Supercell, which used to have a game I used to love, but $10.2 billion was a lot of money, and maybe that's not going to pay off for Tencent, and I'm okay with Tencent suffering. That's right, China. I said it. Microsoft acquired ZeniMax, another problem there, because that was Bethesda for $7.5 billion. ZeniMax wasn't paying attention to the value of their stuff. You have Activision Blizzard acquiring King, again, mistake, in my opinion. Savvy Games Group was acquired for $4.9 billion. Or, acquired Scopely, for $4.9 billion. I said it backwards. Unity went out and got Iron Source for $4.4, as Unity caused their own collapse recently. ByteDance, another Chinese entity, went out and bought Moonton for $4 billion. These look at all these billions, right? Billions. I don't know what you do in the future, because Assassin's Creed's about to get destroyed. The Ubisoft reported their highest ever net bookings on Wednesday, but their guidance sounds like the company's in full failure. Division Heartland was quietly destroyed. It's been canceled completely, and 1,700 workers over the last 2 years at Ubisoft have walked out the door. I mentioned that earlier. As you go through this article, you find out that things are a real problem, and second-party games are valuable as long as they don't get messed with. And Helldivers 2 is a recent example of that. So, anyway, I don't know. Let's talk about it. I don't see positive things in the future in the gaming space for AAA gaming and all these big entities. I think it's going to all come out of uh, something different. I think it's all going to come out of the smaller companies, like the company that put together Helldivers, right? So, yeah. I mean, Arrowhead is probably going to be able to make multiple games and be able to shake off the shackles of Sony going forward. I don't think the guy will ever deal with Sony again if they're going to force PlayStation Network on people. And the look, no gamer likes always on connections to the game, right? I don't know. Rogue Thinker says games are fun. Well, they should be. That's right. Big Daddy, what's up? What's up, my friend? And Slender says there's a second crash coming, and a lot of causes mirror what led to the first crash. Indeed. The Wall Street set records yesterday, crossing the 40K barrier, and that's fantastic, right? Except for one problem. It's done on an unsustainable model that's about to be, well, completely undone. The next 2 quarters are going to look rough for all businesses. Cynthia's like, selfishly, I like smaller streams because it means I stand a chance of actually getting to chat with people. I chat with everybody. So, yeah. Yeah, I love it when I love it when many of you are here. I mean, right now, viewer count across all the platforms is 164. So we're doing something right. Yeah, they're going to take a massive hit on GTA Woke. Yeah, actually, that's what I'm going to call it. Was going to use the proper nomenclature, the Roman numerals, but I think that's probably the way to go. Red Spitfire says, I don't think GTA will go full Saints Row, but it'll be very apparent they've been compromised. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. It is what it is. $100 million. Yeah, I can't do. Mike Myers. Oh, no, you're right. The difference in the numbers is over 12 years. 100% agree. But if you look at the exponential cost increase, it doesn't match up with inflation or anything else. Just remember this from Elder Scrolls to Skyrim, the people required to create the game, which are of similar size and story depth and everything else, it went up by several hundred people. There was no need for that. Team growth didn't help, And Bethesda's never changed, at least not between those two games, what they were using to make their assets, and they even reused a ton of assets and textures and landscapes between games. So did we need all that expense? And no. So there's that. Carlos Alfredo Lopez has the same reaction that I do. $2 billion to develop a game? Did they take Bob Iger's money laundering lessons? I think so. Meanwhile, Venezuela is reversing from ESG and rapidly recovering their economy. Yeah. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, universities have been turning back those policies as well. Pilgrim Media, I'll get to your super chat in just a second, my friend. Yeah, that was stupid money. Indeed. Slender says that's a whole lot of doing less with more. They need to flip that. Slender, you speak the truth. And it was nice listening to you guys for a little while last night on Ascended Arts channel. So wish I could have fired in there, but I had so much else going on after my stream with Hughes. Davina, or as I say, Davinia, what's up? DMG says the same thing, I think. Take $5 million and get 30 games. Yep. You get winners and losers, but you have a solid IP base to grow. Indeed. Baby Soft. Ooh, that's tough. Indeed. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is like Midas, except she turns gold into feces. Yes. True story. And Davina is correct. Gaming market's collapsing. Oh, my friend Setlike is in the house. Good to see you. Deadpool 3 will hit 1 billion, yo. Or more if it's good. Well, if it's good. But I still don't agree it's going to hit 1 billion, even if it's good. Yeah. Yep. Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is part of today's video. Both those videos will come out today. The review for If and the gaming video. In fact, right after the stream, I'll drop one of them and I'll send you over there to take a look at it. Yeah, it's crazy. And to the over 160 people that are here right now on multiple platforms, hello. And by the way, Twitter, the chat now works over there, and it comes in here, so I can actually highlight if you chat from there. Even Matt G is here. What's up, Matt G? Gaming as a service works if you have a constant stream of interesting games, or you have constant updates to an interesting game. That's how it works. But the problem is, I don't think anybody should pay a subscription service for a game. I think when you buy something, you bought it, and I think you own it. And I think that Congress, if they're going to do anything at all in the media space, needs to enforce that. And I think when it comes to software, anything that you purchase can't be a subscription, especially if you purchase something outright and then they shift to a subscription service. Because I had that foisted upon me with a couple pieces of software that I really deemed critical to being a content creator. That irritated me. I was going to say something else, but irritated me works. Okay? Okay. Hey, what's up, Dragon Bricks? Hi, all. What did I miss? Just me ranting. L. Marlene Henning. And everyone says woke makes broke. Hey, it does. It also does. It does something else. If you're going broke and then you go woke to try to save yourself, you still lose because you're going to lose another chunk of your audience. That happens a lot. It's a good conversation. And as promised, Pilgrim Media for $2. Thank you, my friend. Says, and thank you, Pilgrim Media, for being here. Media, I appreciate it. There will be they, them in GTA. Just saying. Yep, it's over. It's over. Rockstar is screwed. And they were screwed originally. They lost 2 of the best story writers, narrative writers that they had. When one of the Housers bailed, I was like, this is a bad sign, especially since that Hauser went on to start their own game studio, which we'll probably see something from here in the future. And wow. Rod Thunderheart says, hail, Culture Casino. Hail, my friend. Morgan King says, GTA 6 went woke. When did this happen? Well, Rockstar is one of the groups that was hanging out with those Sweet Baby Inc. peeps, right? And if you saw any of the leaks or any of the other stuff, my friend, when they came out and they dropped it, all of the narrative stuff and everything else, it's woke AF. Yeah. And I don't say bad words. I tell you what, the bleeding from Bethesda, Activision Blizzard, Rockstar, many other places, high-end game studios, the people drifting out of there, high-level executives included, people who were founders of places, including Gearbox, they bailed because they saw the writing on the wall. This is going sideways, and it's doing it fast, and we can probably form our own thing. As long as I stayed away from some of the money that was coming out of the DEI enforcement branch of things, which is Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, Blackstone, all these other groups. As long as I stayed out of that, the cheap money access to things, they stayed away from the venture capitalists that are, all Silver Lake guys. Yeah, they probably are going to be fine. But when you surrender your soul to the likes of those, you're pretty hosed. Yes, you are. Yeah. 2 billion. Shrap, thank you for doing the math. Shrap 3D, well done, says 2 billion would require 28 million players at the full $70 price. Yeah, and that's just to break even Although I still think it'd probably take another $1 million just to cover distribution costs, retail stuff, everything else. I think you'd have to add that. Ooh, what coffee am I having today? I didn't load the coffee maker this morning, so I don't know. But there's a selection of blends in there. Yeah. Yep. Hey, Michael Krinsky, what's up? Thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. Davina Duckworth says, I avoid games from the giant AAA studios. Starfield did not live up to its promises. No, it did not. Did any of you guys still put any effort into Star Citizen? You think that'll ever be a real thing other than just a giant crowdfunding money pit? I don't know. Slender Dad, game started off being made by less than 10 people. Yep. Now you've got companies like Blizzard saying they need over 800 people for games like Overwatch. Well, yeah, I mean, look, you've got to check a lot of boxes. You got to check a lot of boxes, which means you have to hire the talented people with merit and skill, and then you have to hire a bunch of people that have nothing to offer at any level for anything that check off the boxes so you can get your money. Doesn't make you very profitable. Izaj Maloli points out, Venezuela had to move back to the U.S. dollar, but what happens when we collapse? Well, I'm hoping we get a kick save. I think the powers that be realize what happens if there's unrest in this country, and they can't afford that. So you're starting to see people start to talk about maybe the chicanery will disappear this go-around. We'll see. Butterbiscuit, what's up, my friend? Doesn't GTA have a consulting company? Yes, SBI, and others, actually, I've now learned. So, yeah. Sir Dirty Dog. Imagine being so stupid as to wokeify something like GTA. They deserve to lose $1 billion. Well, they are. To the 175 of you plus watching right now, thank you. Please hit the like button. If you are not subscribed to the channel, if you notice all of a sudden you're unsubscribed, please check. If you're here right now, look down there. Make sure that little red subscribe button is gray and says subscribed. I would appreciate it. 25K isn't that far away, and if we get there by the end of the month of May, I will cosplay as Hobo Gandalf. I will actually commission the costume to be made because I certainly don't have the skill for garments. So hopefully I can get that done quickly, and by mid-June, we should be celebrating as Hobo Gandalf, the 25K plus that I should be at by then. Oh, by the way, I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you hit the like button while you're down there. I think it's awesome. X-Ray Good and Razorfist are playing Ghost of Tsushima on PC right now. It's beautiful, but essentially a Sony game. Yeah, and it's been compromised again. These games as a service things just irritate me. Sony's trying to grow PlayStation Network. You can't blame them. They're trying to show some growth somewhere. But I don't think they're going to get what they want. I don't. And just to review, all of the great folks that have signed up, gifted things. We got Chipmunk Conventions during the stream becoming a high roller, highest tier of support. Thank you. Is This Live gifted 5 CultureCasino memberships. Stitch on Stitch's birthday gifts 5 CultureCasino memberships. Al Batts sent us a chat about the P. Diddy thing, which we started the stream with. Is This Live sent a Canadian 20 to talk about the If film campaign. We have Pilgrim Media with 3 consecutive super chats of $2 each. Thank you for those. What a good day. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hoove, you are here. You are here. Good to see you. Didn't the Assassin's Creed game set in Egypt also have a black protagonist instead of Egyptian? I do remember there was a few people in there that maybe wouldn't have fit with the time frame, but they were not the primary character. Primary character set in Egypt, I was Egyptian from my memory. I have not replayed that one since defeating it, but I did replay Odyssey, which was the Greek one, which I thought was brilliant. It was a lot of fun, despite the fact that you optionally could play the woke character, Cassandra, in that game. So, yeah, from my memory anyway. Yeah. A lot of people have dumped Norton. Yeah. Taking too many processor cycles and slowing down. Let me tell you, just base level stuff is all you need when it comes to that. You don't need all these little other things. Trinoculus P says, we're seeing gaming cloud services debate and patching their games now. Yep. Patching it with garbage. I appreciate that. By the way, folks, when you see a super chat in the chat, if you agree with it, hit the thumbs up on the super chat. Let the commenter know you love it. You love it. The current administration is the you will own nothing and like it bunch. Yes, that's true. We need less of that. More of you. You should control your own destiny, folks. Do not let anybody else turn you into a plebe. Please. I think you're great. We're going to touch on another weird gaming thing that I think is going on. Thank you, Setlight Gaming. You are awesome. And thank you to everybody here. All of my Culturians. You guys are amazing. And by the way, it's official. You're my Culturians, Culturinos, and Culturites. So welcome to the cult of culture at CultureCasino. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I'm now a cult now. Yeah. Like Cult of the Dead Cow, only less dead. Yeah. Let's see what else we've got here. We got a super chat from Jay before we move on to the next story, which we'll cover briefly because it's a little icky. But Jay drops a $5 super chat saying, I'm going to laugh at the next GTA game. It satires the heck out of woke. Look, if that actually does that, that'll be great. If it doesn't, well, I don't think it'll do well. And our great friend, Hoove, just upgraded. You can see the fancy thing here that I got going on in the chat. Hoove got this special box. Hoove just upgraded their membership to gold. Thank you for that, my friend. Yeah, gold members are going to start seeing videos early. That's right. You'll get it an hour or two before everybody else. And the high roller stream, I think we're going to do tomorrow. You guys want to do a high roller stream tomorrow? That's the stream where the high rollers actually get to participate on screen in a live, publicly broadcast stream. And not just a private one for all the other membership levels, which we also do once a month. Cultists. I don't know about that, a scapegoat. How about culturists? You are amazing. We had a member stream just a day or so ago. Rod Thunderheart. Yep. We've got a high roller stream coming up here soon. Maybe tomorrow. Like I said, I think probably tomorrow. And all of you are amazing. Penny's out of here. I hope you're doing well, Penny. Thank you for being here. I think I saw Mexican Iron Man in the chat. Did you guys see Mexican Iron Man? I think I did. He's a great man. Let me see if I can find that. Just a moment. Mexican Iron Man. I did. There he is. Oh, wow. Another live show on a Saturday. But there is zero Mexican high roller representation anywhere on this channel. Not true. We had somebody upgrade to high roller. We've got some high rollers here. We got amazing people in the chat, Mikey. Yes, we do. Love you, dude. Hope you're doing well. Mike's one of my favorite people. He really is. Holy cow, and even more generosity in the chat from our good friend, Jay. Jay sends 5 CultureCasino memberships. Thank you, my friend. When will we be able to purchase Beach Punk Kool-Aid? Do you guys really want that? I mean, it won't be like the other kind of Kool-Aid that doesn't, unalives you, but I think we could get into drinks. I think we could get into drinks. You guys interested in that? May try to do it. You're amazing. You guys are incredible. Thank you, Jay, for your incredible generosity with the 5 CultureCasino memberships. Our good friend Jim Watari is here. Great to see you, Jim. You're great. Hail to the great non-YouTuber. I won't let you do that. So, you know what? You're fine. Hail to the great YouTuber, Mexican Iron Man. See, I said it. Is your Kool-Aid enough? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Actually, I wouldn't mind making a drink. It's actually incredibly easy to do, and I would make it without things that cause cancer in California, unlike a lot of drinks that you buy now, which have maybe have some ingredients that are known to the state of California to cause cancer. That seems dangerous. Don't drink the brown Kool-Aid. Rick Johnson says, thank you to Jay for the amazing gift. And I say thank you to Rick Johnson for being here. Love your avatar. That's great. Superman and Wonder Woman. If you do get the drinks, we can say, we drunk the Kool-Aid for culture. That's right. That's right. Culture's Reverend Moon Punch. Oh, no. You know what? I have a business meeting with Toxic Man Flu later today, so I think this will be a point of conversation now. I got to write it down. Oh, you guys are great. Oh, I love you guys so much. You contribute so much to joy and fun and culture. I'm going to spell Kool-Aid without the K. That way they can't come after me. And, yeah. Fun. All right. We'll get it done. I did write it down. You know me. I'm boomer enough. I got to write stuff down. No Jim Jones juice. Good to see you, Randall Orser. All right. Let's get to this next story because we're going way longer than I expected. I was like, this is going to be an hour long. No. No. You guys are making it way too entertaining. I love y'all. All right, here we go. Projekt Red touts Diversity Charter Award for menstrual leave. Yeah, that's part of their DEI push over there at Projekt Red. The Witcher's toast, kids, and probably so is any other version of Cyberpunk, which already had some weird stuff in it, but at least it kept in line with the lore. My goodness. John F. Trent wrote this article over at That Park Place. You should be over there. You should be supporting That Park Place every once in a while. At least, I try to write an article. I'm going to write another article. I got an idea for an article, so look out. Look out, John. Your editorial prowess will be required to measure my words. And Big Daddy MRI for $9.99 or a $10 super chat says, I want a Beach Punk Bloody Mary mixer. The mixer gives you culture all the time. I love that, Big Daddy MRI. I'm hitting thumbs up on the chat. You are amazing. And thank you for the $10 donation, my friend. I appreciate that. Rob Thunderheart says, you have an epic beard, brother. That's right. And thank you. But the beard is going to get, trimmed down. Yeah. I'm going to make it so it doesn't quite cover up some of the stuff that I got going on my shirts, because it's actually covering up a wonderful Rooster picture here. Beach Punk, 3/4 sleeves, baseball tee. That's right. Oh, yeah. And these hats are going to get even better. So these are limited edition, guys. These are going to sell out. And then we've got a patchwork hat coming out that's going to be amazing. Billboard hat. We got a new design from Jaffo that we're going to be featuring on some merchandise. All kinds of great stuff. So anyway, back to the story. Sorry. Little self-promotion there. Because, hey, the merchandise does help pay the bills. And a lot of people love it. We have a couple satisfied parties here. Janet Z really did like the t-shirt. She said it was great quality. The Witcher franchise and Cyberpunk 2077 touted a Diversity Charter Award because of the menstrual leave benefits. And if you don't know what that means, look it up. The company posted X. We're proud to receive the Diversity Charter Award. Eee. Who gives out the Diversity Charter Award, I wonder? It honors organizations for showcasing outstanding commitment to fostering an inclusive workplace. No, it fosters an exclusive workplace. Do the guys get anything? No, just chicks. All right, that's fine. I think the ladies should be protected, but not for the same reason that y'all do. So the company added this category is chosen by internet users. So thank you everyone for voting for us. Internet users. Who? What? When? Where? Why? So yeah, it explained the impact of the benefit of the policy. Here's a summary of the impact of this benefit during the first 9 months of implementation. 39% of eligible employees, Reds. That's appropriate, right? Remember what the Reds are? Yeah. Have taken menstrual leave at least once on a monthly average. 11.3% of eligible Reds use this benefit. And 57% used menstrual leave at least twice, with 1% using it every month. Well, that's for now. That's going to change. Yeah. This is great. Look at all these wonderful things. Yeah. But we're not stopping there. We are now part of Career Cycle. Oh, no. Meritless stuff coming up here, folks. A program initiated by the CultureCasino Foundation. This initiative unites organizations, or no, that would be CultureCasino. Sorry, guys, which doesn't sound good said out loud. This initiative unites organizations and companies that create an inclusive work environment by increasing awareness of menstrual health. There it is, folks. There it is. I don't even know what to say. The company previously touted an award it received from the 30% Club, Poland, for a policy back for the policy back in October of 2023. Does that mean they want to get the population cut by 70%? Is that what the 30% Club in Poland is? Probably not, but hey. CD Projekt Red was chosen for the DEI award. Yeah. By the way, division, exclusion, and indoctrination should not be celebrated. Not at all. I'm going to go look up these organizations. They're probably very, very bad. Let's see what you guys think. Ladies, did I lose you there? Or are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? I don't know. Jay's like, CDPR is just digging the hole deeper. Yes. Hey, the most talented man I know, Andy Masterson. He's so great. What a great dude. What a great dude. Hey, Man of War says, well, Baldur's Gate, wow, yuck, got a huge pass for its identity poison due to Maquality. Why not extend the same break to Geralt? I don't know, dude. Weatherman says, just sounds like less female programmers are going to get hired. Well, no. Can't do that. Ruby Hoove, I'm sorry. What leave do guys get? I don't know. I apologize for not knowing the answer to this. I don't know. And I don't know what we would classify as an issue. Does that sound sexist that I don't know what we would get time off for? Let me think. Okay, getting a vasectomy, getting the vasectomy reversed. I mean, can you do that like a bunch of times? I don't know. We don't have the equipment. I don't know what you get. Maybe do they have like a get kicked in the groin time off? I mean, I don't know. It seems very exclusive to me, but that's all I'm saying. WG says, well, he doesn't say anything. He says, gifts 5 CultureCasino memberships. Thank you for that, WG. My goodness. Look at all those people. All the wonderful people. I hope you're doing well, man. I love hanging out with you. It was a lot of fun in Vegas. Good times, man. You're a good dude. Menstrual leave. No, Saltzell, I don't think that exists. Popsicle, what's up? Hello, everybody. Just now getting here. Been having a very nice day. Slow Saturday morning. I love slow days. I really do. I really do. Ruby Youth says, "What? Those are AI users?" I don't know, Ruby Youth. I don't know. The question is for women or we men? Women spelled with a Y. Probably. I don't know. The generosity is great. You guys are incredible today. I got another incoming super chat from Pilgrim Media for another $2, guys. If you like what he's saying, you can click the like button on the super chat. Funny how Poland is DIE heavy, considering it was Catholic not long ago. Well, it still is, and I mean, there's elements of the government pushing back against a lot of this stuff. So we'll see. Got some folks over on Rumble. Good to see you. Yeah, thanks for hanging out over there. Katie Roberts says, yeah, the Malthusian philosophy is junk science used by anti-human power mongers. Yes, I agree. Celebrate women's privacy. Well, yeah. Sounds good. Guys, get Testicular Tuesday every other month. Really? I don't know about that. Elizabeth Young's reaction. Menstrual leave? WTF? I had dysmenorrhea. I don't know what that is. Young lady, I don't know. And as a teen, I stayed home for a couple of days, but I never missed a day of work because of my pain. I mean, what the heck? Yeah, I don't know. Cynthia Carter's like, what? No. Am I supposed to be? Zoning? No. I just don't want to offend anybody. Mary Rose Morningson. No, not mad. I wonder what's next in the Insanity Awards. That's a good question. What is next in the Insanity Awards? Yeah, I didn't shoot up a school day. Okay, that's a bad joke. Anyway, that's a terrible joke. I'm going to be punished for that. But yeah. Blackia. It should come under sick leave. I think so too. Guys do not need or want. This could not have been said better, Ruby. We want nothing to do with it. Unsubscribe. Yes. Y'all suffer a lot of things in life, and I appreciate you. I honor you for those things, but yeah, dudes do not want any part of that. Some places give guys maternity leave for a newborn baby, like a week or two, but the women would get more time, and they deserve it. I'm sorry. There's just some things that I'm for, but not for the same reasons. I'm sorry. When you know pregnant women and what they go through, they need a little bit of they need a break. First of all, they need to bond with the child, and many other things. And indeed, there are some other health concerns that come along with post-pregnancy stuff. So, no arguments from me on that. Pilgrim Media, there's the super chat I wanted to get to for $2. Says, a day of when you get a itchy scrotum. There, I said it that way. There's that. Who says it's Shark Week? Oh, no. That's a good question. IBS, if IBS flares up, do people get time off for that? I don't know. That's a real serious problem for a lot of people, both male and female. So, yeah. Although it seems to hit ladies a little bit more frequently and a little harder. But, yeah. Cynthia's like, I need more coffee. Yeah. That's right. Time off for beard days. This is so true. Let's see, what else do we got? Anvik says, I'm going to need a month off for beardification. You know what? Early beard management, I get it, especially if you want to train it to be somewhat close to straight. You don't want wavy beard. Mine gets so long, it doesn't matter. Honestly, if I don't do something with my hair when it's really long, it just curls. You guys have seen that where it just gets all crazy wavy and I look like an 80s rock star guy. Yeah. Cyrano, I'm all for butthurt leave. Well, let me tell you. There you go. Vic! This will cause women to be hired. Why would you hire an employee that will be out sick 3 to 5 days every month? It hasn't been taken advantage of yet at CDPR, but it will be. Setlike says, I have not had the luxury for time off at work. Thousands of people depend on me to be at work. Yeah. Yeah, believe me, I've been in that position multiple occasions in my life. Yeah. Chipmunk of Vengeance, what's up? The newest high roller says, they need to give me time off for being ginger in the summer. Absolute ordeal. Well, there you go. Yeah, because you get burned up, right? It's terrible, terrible stuff. I need fake culture beards in the merch lineup. All right. I can do that. I can do that. Once again, I want to say thanks to the people who've contributed to the stream so far. We've got Chipmunk of Vengeance, who was just on the screen. Become the latest high roller. We have Is This Live, gifting 5 memberships. Stitch, on Stitch's birthday, no less, gifts 5 Culture Casino memberships. Al Batts was a $10 super chat talking about P. Diddy, which was the beginning of the stream. Is This Live, a Canadian 20, talking about the things that were going on with IF and their poor publicity campaigns. Pilgrim Media led into a bunch of subjects with 1, 2, 3 early $2 supers. Then Jay's says he's going to laugh. Jay's going to laugh if the next GTA game satires the heck out of woke, which I don't think it will. That got 12 likes. Who've upgraded membership to gold. We got Jay gifting 5 Culture Casino memberships. Big Daddy MRI with a big super chat, wanting some Bloody Mary mixer for $10, and WG with 5 Culture Casino memberships. And then, of course, Pilgrim Media with a scratch your itchy scrotum day every month, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, fake culture beards. I don't know. I'll see. I'll try and source a vendor for that. Sounds like a good idea. I'll write it down. Fake culture beards. Yeah. There you go. Weatherman with a member chat saying, I want a I'm cultured logo in your store. Culture. I'm cultured. I'm cultured. Done and done. How about a front and back t-shirt? Yep. With one of my latest logos. I think that'll be great. Oh, yeah. We definitely need days off for the Lord of the Rings extended things. Now, I was getting some pushback on covering this Bill Maher thing, but I'll jump up and do it anyway. If you don't like Bill Maher, it's understandable, believe me. But he does occasionally say some interesting things that you wouldn't expect from him. Sean Carter's out there celebrating 2 months of membership. Sorry, my shoulder itches. Happy Saturday, everybody. That's right. Happy Saturday indeed. Look at all these members and their member chats. People like Weatherman, 16 months. Sean Carter, 2 months, a new member. Good to see you. That's amazing. All right. Deleted Scenes been working. Deleted Scenes got a channel. Check out Deleted Scenes channel. He does some great stuff, post Midnight's Edge things. You should check out. Books, check them out. All right, rolling over to the next story of the day. Bill Maher says he doesn't understand Harrison Butker's graduation speech criticism. He said this on Real Time recently. He said that the backlash over the NFL players' comments to women, I don't see what the big crime is. I really don't. Wow. Maher's saying some weird stuff. Right? I think so. So, yeah, he's confused. Talking about the controversy surrounding Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker's. I did my best. At Benedictine College. By the way, do you guys know what Benedictine College is, right? It's religious based, kind of, right? I mean, Benedictine has multiple campuses. Why would anybody be? It doesn't matter. Anyway, this week, the NFL player was criticized across social media over his graduation at the private Catholic school, Benedictine, which included comments condemning, things that they don't really like. He also made some remarks directed towards the women in the crowd, suggesting they should embrace being a homemaker. How rough is that? Hey, ladies, how much do you enjoy working? Raise your hand. You know, I mean, some ladies do, and they do a great job. And, there are positions in this world that we need people who focus on humanity, especially in education and other places like that. I'm not being sexist. I'm just being honest because the studies behind all of this suggest women are more interested in industries that focus on humans, people, and men are more interested in working in industries that are things. It's not sexism. It's just truthism. Anyway, back to the story. Does Maher initially emphasized how much? Whoa, sorry about that. Initially emphasized how much this guy is not like me, noting that Butker's, there we go, religious. He loves marriage. He loves kids. All the things the comedian has publicly expressed not having an interest in. Here's a quote of this. I've seen it firsthand how much happier someone can be when they disregard the outside noise and move closer and closer to God's will. Yeah, not me. I couldn't be more not like this, Maher said. However, he went on to say he doesn't understand the backlash regarding the comments that were directed toward women during his speech. He says, I don't get the thing he said talking to women. Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world. Okay, that seems fairly modern. Then he said, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you'll bring into the world. I don't see what the big crime is, says Maher. I really don't. Very strange, right? The reaction to this. And again, I mean, he wasn't taking shots at anybody, and I never will, right? When it comes to that, I'm like, live your life the way you want to. Just accept that those are the choices that you made, right? A lot of people don't accept those things. And again, it is what it is. I'd buy the beard and logo tee. There you go. And that's kind of what it would end up being. Although, guys, seriously, I'm just going to warn you, I am going to cut the beard a little shorter, okay? It needs some maintenance, and some of the ends are a little bit iffy. So just like, hair on the head, you get split ends and other problems with the beard. So it does need maintenance. So just warning you, may lose an inch or so, maybe an inch and a half of beard. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg was fine with the speech as well. Indeed. Let's get to the super chat from Is This Alive for $5 saying, Canadian $5 saying, most of the criticism of Butker's speech is coming from people who haven't bothered to listen to it. Well, yeah. Yeah, and then again, I mean, Maher doesn't get it. Yeah, and a lot of people have been noticing that he's got some pushbacks on some of this stuff. And he's really been hitting some of these people hard with their dumbness. Yeah. Yep. Maher occasionally says the truth. Yeah, it's a true story. Yeah. And I just want to say thank you, Sean Carter, and thank you, Rod Thunderheart, who sends a member chat that says, I tell you, Rod's Rants is started on my Patreon. Awesome, my friend. That is great news. You can check out, if I can find it, there it is. You can check out Rod's Rants on his Patreon. There you go. Yeah, and Butker also said men need to be not lazy. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I see no problem with any of the statements he made. He's entitled to his opinion. People are entitled to their disagreement. Leave it at that. Stop trying to coerce people with threats. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Right? Yeah. But again, I mean, we're in a society now that they're trying, and it doesn't matter what religion it is, they're trying to drive religion out of everybody. They really are, because it's antithetical to the ideology that they're pushing, right? I mean, it's antithetical to the nuclear family and everything else. They want to push away from the nuclear family. By the way, I watched an amazing video this morning. I won't talk about extensively here, but about the pushback of minority groups against what's being pushed in broader mainstream media, and their interest in the former president returning to a position of power. So, very interesting things, and a lot of the stuff that's being spilled out there is working in the opposite direction of promoting what they're trying to promote. People are just tired of it. Yeah. Pilgrim Media, another super chat for $2. My goodness, it's like raining in here. I feel like a stripper. Just kidding. Yeah, can we get a Gimli beard braid from Lord of the Rings? I don't know. Maybe. Try to do that one time. Won't work really well right now. I did thin out the sides a bit because I did have a lot of trouble with that. Maybe soon. What's up, Nutty Nonsense? Not wrong. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, and this is true. Communists do like the woke. Yeah. Again, it's one of the reasons why China's trying to drive religion out as well. I mean, look at who's trying to get rid of that. Look at who's trying to get rid of faith, purpose, reason. It's all the same thing. Pole dancing with CultureCasino streams coming soon? No. No. Improv says, stripper? Is Culture wearing body glitter? No. Hey, I've got a question. I have some buddies I want to try to bring on the channel, smaller channels, people that I just absolutely think are fun and brilliant and all of that. Need to get Lil Chad back on, need to get Slender Dad on, and we need to get Mad Mardigan on. Now, I know some people don't know who these people are, but I think exposing those people to more audience is a good thing. So keep an eye out for when I do that. So there's that. Why grow a beard when you just grow your nostril hairs long enough to comb them? I don't know. That's gross, though. I have trouble enough making sure I keep everything separate. So, yeah, I think what's weird is when you get older, it's your ear hair that grows like a crazy thing. I can't even believe it. It's like, hey, why is there a bunny rabbit in that showed up in my ear in 2 days? Crazy. Gonna lose some audience on that one. Rod Thunderheart says it is sad. News belongs to the mainstream media, just like Running Man. That's right. All right. I only have one more story. If you guys want to go through it, I don't know. Yays or nays in the chat. Marvel Rivals. You want to talk about Marvel's Rivals banning negative reviews? That's some wild stuff, isn't it? How do you ban negative reviews? How do you do that? And what how do you go about, trying to explain that to people, or how do you try to obfuscate around it? It's a good question. I'm watching you guys in the chat, seeing what you think. All right, you guys want to talk about it? All right. Marvel has a rival? That sounds too juicy. Oh, it's crazy. Isn't that called propaganda? All right, I'm going to cover the story. Let's do it. All right, everybody. We got amazing things happening, like more coverage from John F. Trent. This is a few days old, and I'm surprised more people didn't read about it and do videos on it. But Marvel Rivals developer attempts to explain ban on negative reviews for players with early access. So, if you got early access to the game, you weren't allowed to say flandering filth about the game. That's right, little Cosby reference there. That's the only time I think it's safe to reference Bill Cosby. But, yeah, so Marvel Rivals developer NetEase, that's Chinese. Whenever you hear NetEase, that's Chinese. Whenever you hear Tencent, that's Chinese. Okay? Okay. Anyway, they attempted to explain its ban on negative reviews for players given early access to the game. Marvel Rivals is described by NetEase Games as a superhero team-up based PvP shooter. An ensemble of all-star Marvel squad devised countless strategies by combining powers to form unique team-up skills and fight in destructible, ever-changing battlefields across the continually evolving Marvel Universe. So you can watch the trailer here if you choose. That's very much a ripoff of Overwatch, just like they are trying to develop their own thing with Fortnite World as well. So they're just trying to appeal to everybody because they're losing appeal across generations. On May 11th, streamer Brandon Larned, better known as Seagull, who previously competed in a professional Overwatch player for Luminosity Gaming, NRG Esports, and Team Envious, Dallas Fuel as well, revealed that the contract to play the game early had a ban on negative reviews. Larned shared a screenshot from the contract that states, "The content creator agrees not to make any public statements or engage in any discussions that are detrimental to the reputation of the game. This includes, but not limited to, making disparaging or satirical comments about any game-related material, such as game features, character, or music, engaging in malicious comparisons with competitors, or belittling gameplay or differences of Marvel Rivals, or providing subjective, negative reviews of the game." Wow. Wow. Of course, Larned complained on X, extremely disappointed in Marvel Rivals. Multiple creators asked for key codes to gain access to the playtest and are asked to sign a contract. The contract signs away your right to negatively review the game. Many streamers have signed without reading, just to play. Insanity. So NetEase, and when you see NetEase, that's Chinese. Okay, NetEase is Chinese. Tencent is Chinese. Okay, responded to the ban on negative reviews, telling PC Games that the contract is a draft version aiming for long-term cooperation with the creators who are interested in Marvel Rivals. The developer added, the development team hopes to have more meaningful and consistent feedback, suggestions, and criticisms through more in-depth cooperation. Also, a bunch of nonsense. Have they said anything yet? No, there's nothing said in those first couple of quotes. Furthermore, the company stated it was working on revising terms and will share them back to the content creators community. All terms will go live only when both parties have discussed and agreed. Not true. If you've signed a contract, you supposedly agreed. Yeah. So PC Games N also reported that NetEase, and when you read NetEase, it's Chinese. That's right. NetEase is Chinese company, shared a message in the game's Discord for content creators. It states, "We are aware that there are inappropriate and misleading terms in the commitment regarding sharing non-disparagement content. We sincerely apologize." Whoa. This is very bad English. Let's try this again. So, because I want to include bad English. "We are aware that there are inappropriate and misleading terms in the commitment regarding sharing non-disparagement content. We sincerely apology for the miscommunication and your unpleasant experiences." They sincerely apology. So, yeah. "Our stand is absolutely open for both suggestions and criticisms to improve our game. NetEase," which is Chinese gaming company, NetEase, Chinese gaming company, continued, and our mission is to make Marvel Rivals better satisfy players by those constructive suggestions. Okay. We are now working to revise miscommunication terms from our commitment. Okay. The progress will be shared with every creator in a timely manner. Marvel Rivals will always welcome creators, join our community, and create amazing contents together with us. Content creators are respected not only as a player, but a part of the community here. Speaking of this, a suggestions form for content creator program is about to release in the channels, which open to all opinions. Looking forward to hear your thoughts. Yeah. 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 Crazy stuff. I'm crazy. So there's that. There's that from That Park Place. John F. Trent on the 13th. Crazy stuff. Bonkers. Nutty Nonsense says, you banned negative reviews the same way you removed the dislike button results. That's right. That's right. Because, it might hurt somebody's feels. Yeah. And Vac says, you banned negative reviews because Bob made another bungle. Yeah. 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 Disney really was one of the ones leading the charge to have YouTube remove the dislike count on videos. Now you can't even know how bad a product is or how bad a game is or anything because you're not allowed to see the dislikes. Now you have to turn to the comments. And now the comments can be filtered and shut off. So you never know if something's good, bad, or otherwise. You'll never know if it got positively review bombed or the positives really don't outnumber the negatives. You don't know anymore. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, the whole thing, Red Spitfire, is bizarre. Indeed. Indeed. Hair you want leaves, hair you don't can be braided. That's right, Chris Shapiro, like your ear hair. Right? Yes, let's talk about it, says Big Daddy. That's right, we're gonna. Y'all are amazing. Meh. Propaganda again and again. Well, it's China, because when you see NetEase, you think Chinese, correct? True story. Eyebrows turn into caterpillars. Yes, they do. Rob Linton over on the Big Green says, banning negative reviews. Ask the Canadian PM. He's an expert. Wishes for a fantastic day. All I agree. Another game that's DOA. Yep. Well, I mean, again, communism, the country. Mephisto's Movie Reviews says it's actually an Eddie Murphy reference. Yes, that's right. Actually, Eddie Murphy did it, but he said it was Cosby that said it. So that's the only way I was going to reference Cosby. So you are correct. Oh, by the way, don't you have a show coming up? Mephisto? Sydney Carter. Marvel Rivals refers to a Marvel game property. Interesting. Obviously not my jam. Well, but was communism your jam? It's good to see you, Cynthia. You've been hanging around the whole stream. Love it. When you remove God as the highest moral authority, oh yeah, this refers back to the previous subject, the government fills its place. That is why the left wants to remove religion. Well, there you go. Jonathan Conroy, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Translation, pay to win to be competitive game. True. Iger had his kids like games moment. You have a phone, don't you? But was just as generic and predictable, terrible as you'd expect from Disney reimagining. True story. Hey, Vic's here. So happy I quit gaming when video cards crossed a K. Yeah, wow. It's crazy. Let me tell you this, though. The newest thing that's coming out of NVIDIA, I think that price is going to drop and drop and drop, and everybody will have a supercomputer in their computer as a video card. I think that's on the way, which would be amazing. Blackie says, I had a few books early to do reviews. The rule is that you must give an honest review. So Marvel looks to be just buying positive reviews without actually just paying fake reviewers. Well, hey, look, $50 There's a lot of money. Ask Rotten Tomatoes. Ask Rotten Tomatoes. Although they weren't soliciting that. I guess ask studios that are soliciting, or paying $50 to solicit positive reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. But there's that. I guess they know they won't like the reviews. That says a lot. Well, again, when you see NetEase, it's Chinese. So, yeah. What's up, John Gibson? Good to see you. Yeah. NetEase used to have restrictions from the CCP. They're just passing those to the reviewers. Yes, they're that's true. True. This reputation damaging for anyone that's involved with the project. Yes, which is Marvel and Disney. Yay! Turnoculus B says, that's an AI translation. Yeah, well, it was a little rough. Reading through it, I was like, oof. You run it by an American, right? We'll help. We can completely misstate it in a more entertaining way. Wop wop. NetEase sounds like an acid reflux tablet. Well, they've been, doing distribution for American games for a long time. The Chinese does not like discussion. Same as wokeism. So no negative reviews, no salty tears. There you go. Same AI writes Bob's speeches. You guys are on fire. Yeah, all the we is a bit cringe. Here at NetEase would be another way to say it. Turnoculus B. CCP detected. Kind of like the Canadian government right now. Speaking of Canadian government, Rob Linton says Canadian PM is also very familiar with the Chinese government. I'll see myself out. LOL. Later, all. Take it easy, Rob. Thanks, buddy. It's awesome. Non-disparagement content. LOL. More newspeak. Yep. This is why you don't use Google Translate for articles. Yes. Mephisto's like AI. Beep, boop, pop. Oh, you guys. I love it. Ba-da-ba-da. If the comments and dislikes are both off, that should be a clue. Well, YouTube turned the dislikes off. We don't know what those are. Unless you get the little handy-dandy, extension for Chrome or whatever they call it on the other browsers. I can tell you right now, it's great to know just how downvoted something is. And we still are able to show it to everybody, so there's that. What's this NVIDIA supercomputer talk? Well, let me tell you. Their latest chips are crazy. When you think about it, think about the servers they're building are moving to beyond teraflops now. What are they called? They're like, it's like a xenoflop. Or petaflop. Teraflop, petaflop, zenoflop. Is that right? Somebody help me with that. But anyway, yeah. So they're right now. You buy a rack that basically is half of like a server farm right now, like just one rack of a server for one of these things. It's crazy the computing power that they're putting together now. And mind you, chips similar to that, petaflop. Thank you for that, Big Daddy MRI. That level of computing is going into future Teslas and into Optimus bots and stuff going forward. So you're going to have so much compute power on board for not the kind of power requirement that there is, which also means there's not the kind of cooling required as well, which brings everything down to megawatts instead of kilowatts, which is incredible. So you basically are putting not quite the equivalent of a human brain, but something close to it in these AI bots that you're going to be able to buy and have in your house for the price of a car. It'll be one of the few things I finance in my life going forward is one of these bots. Because it'll be able to do packaging for products for me and other things. Hey, JPRPH is in the house, and so is Nearsighted Cyclops. That's right. Petaflop. Yeah. I'm with you, Davina Duckworth, or Davinia. I'm going to say it my way. Yeah, solar power is a good thing to have just for backup purposes. Yep, and especially for running some of these high-end things. Yeah. Petaflop sounds like a Disney movie. Not a good one. Tastier back in the 80s. Teraflop is ironically the term used to describe Bob Iger's last year of tenure at Disney. Yes. Yes. Or worse. Maestro Chi says, whoa. Whoa. Yeah. The systems are so fast that it's all predictive. The speed is faster than the human brains. The machines are learning how to lie to humans now. Well, that's been happening for a while. This is getting real with the AGU online now. Yeah, we really don't want that. Really don't want that. Huh. Eliminating low-skill workers using smart bot. The future's here. It's well beyond here, folks. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The power grid is vulnerable to outages, yes, and bad actors attacks, yes. And anything that reduces your power bills is a good thing. And yes, indeed, if you can afford it or build it out yourself. Yes. E. Clay Thomas says, hello, culture. Hello, computer. Hey, what's up, Shadow Chaser? Massive solar power. No good. Solar power on individual scales might work in isolated places like where I live. Yeah, it does. Or just having a solid backup and a generator and storage. None of those things hurt you. You can put them together yourself. We have a brilliant person that is probably still on the stream, either on the Big Green or here on the Tube, or probably maybe even out on Twitter. You can find that you can build a lot of this stuff yourself, DIY stuff. True story. AI in your graphics card sounds like something. Oh, no, it's definitely happening. Petabytes. That's correct. Yep. Looking at my Roomba with suspicion. Well, it's not quite there yet, but yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff built into dyes already that you would be worried about. The ability to listen to you. Stuff like that happens. Yeah. Pilgrim Media for another $2. Wow, you're just helping sponsor the show today. Says predictive learning running in RAM. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I have a battery backup, multiple generators, and solar panels. There you go. Charge up your batteries during the day. Run your generator at night in emergencies if your batteries didn't get a full charge. If you're in a cloudy area, it's just supplemental. Lots there. Yep. Whoa, Unisuper, an Australian pension fund that manages $135 billion worth of funds and has 640,000 members, had its entire account wiped out at Google Cloud, including all of its backups that were stored. Good gravy. Who've built a number of computers. Yep. Building computers is cool, Ruby Hoove. I love it. Those skills are invaluable. Yeah, megabytes was mind-blowing because we were dealing in kilobytes back in the day. It took 7 days for the pension fund to restore service to their clients. That's crazy. Can you imagine, though, that in one room, like in a bedroom in your house, you can have as much computing power as a massive server farm here in the next few years? I mean, it won't be cheap, but I mean, you could basically be running your own, world domination from one of the spare rooms in your home or apartment. You need major power, though. Holy cow. Old video games took less file size than one MP3. So true. I mean, I think you can still play Doom 3D on they've been able to put it on just minusculely small devices. So, yeah. Crazy. All right, guys, we are going to wrap up. We are 2 hours, 5 minutes into a lot of fun. We had a good time today. Has anybody got a stream coming up or anywhere you want me to send all these people? I would love to be able to mail a bunch of folks to somebody else's stream. It's one of the cool things you can do if they have their stream open to such pleasures. Let's see. Who do we got? We got Mephisto's movie reviews coming up. We've got Brandon the anime guy. Is he still alive? Let me refresh. Reach out and touch someone. Redirect. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, we got Brandon the anime guy who's still live. We got Salty Nerd Podcast. That's where I'm going to send you. You guys want to go check out Salty Nerd? Those are my pals. Those are my friends. Those are my buddies. And they are scheduled for start now. They got Project Egg Roll on. All right. That's what we're going to do. Y'all are incredible, so you will be automatically redirected to my friends over on Salty Nerd Podcast. Let them know that I say hi. Also, the If review will be coming out in 4 hours. The Ubisoft collapse is 2 hours away. So do check back. We're on a roll. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you.